This edition of MacVoices is sponsored by Smile, the makers of my most used productivity utility, Text Expander. Get more done faster. Find out more at smilesoftware.com. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices at Macworld iWorld 2014. We're in the RAGE Software booth talking to Paul again. It seems like we do this every year. This time they've got a new web publishing suite called EverWeb. Paul, it's great to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So tell us about EverWeb.
So EverWeb is a very easy to use drag and drop website builder. It's kind of like Apple's iWeb program that they discontinued, and we kind of wanted to make a replacement for it that was really easy to use but had those professional features that a lot of iWeb users needed. So we have things like e-commerce, image sliders, built-in search engine optimization, HTML5 video and audio, that kind of stuff.
And as I recall, when iWeb went down, you were playing with different things trying to replace it. Do iWeb sites still exist out there, and can this pull them in?
There's a lot of iWeb sites already out there. I think there's hundreds of thousands, if not a couple million people still using iWeb to build sites because it was so easy to use. With EverWeb, you can really easily drag and drop the content from your iWeb site into EverWeb. Another good thing is that a lot of people have lost their actual iWeb domain file, which stores their iWeb site, so now they can't use it to make updates, but it's still in their web browser. With EverWeb, you can actually pull the content from your web browser into the program, so if you've lost that ability to edit your iWeb sites, you could do so with EverWeb pretty easily. It takes maybe maybe an hour to rebuild your iWeb site, but it's very fast, it's very similar to iWeb, so you'll be very comfortable using it, and it's just as easy to use.
And investing that hour is going to save you hours and hours and hours of rebuilding the site from scratch.
Exactly. It's so easy to rebuild your site with EverWeb. If you just kind of download the demo, you'll be instantly familiar with it, and that's what's great about it. It's that iWeb, every time Apple releases a new operating system, it kind of works less and less. So with EverWeb, it's built for Mavericks, it's built for the latest versions of OS X, so it's very similar to iWeb, and just as easy to use.
So up till now, we've talked just about it and in relation to iWeb, but how about just starting from scratch? I'm going to build a website for my hockey team, or my church, or my business, or whatever. Is EverWeb something I should be looking at?
Definitely. EverWeb there's no coding at all. So it's just, if you don't know how to code, you don't want to pay someone to always have to update your site for you. It's like using a paint program, a very easy paint program. So you kind of just take your text, you take your images, you drag and drop them wherever you want in your site. And EverWeb comes with this one-click publishing feature, so it gets your entire site online with just one click. You don't need to know FTP details, you don't need to set up a server, any of that technical stuff. We want to take all the technical stuff out of the equation here and make it really easy for people to build their websites.
All right, I'm going to try to drag you back into the technical stuff. How about how do I find, or how do I address the hosting issue?
So we do the hosting for it. We have two versions. We have a standalone version, and we have the one-click publishing version. So that includes the software, all updates, support, everything, plus email accounts, and the hosting for you. So when I show you the software, you'll see it's just as simple as clicking a button to get your site online. So you don't need to worry about that stuff. You don't need to find any third-party web hosting if you don't want to. It just handles everything to do with your website is handled through the software.
Do you handle domain name registration as well?
Yeah, we do domain registration too, so you can have your own custom domain with your site.
Oh, you're a one-stop shop.
Exactly. We want to make it so people don't have to worry about this stuff. If you run a business, if maybe you have a church or whatever it is that you're doing, you don't want to worry about this stuff, but you need to get it done. You need a website, but you might not have that technical background, or you don't want to just always fiddle with something breaking. We want it to make something that you only go through one company for, and it's so easy. So any issues can be resolved really quickly, and you can get your site up as fast as possible.
Can we take a look at it?
Oh, definitely. I'll show you a demo here.
Okay, let's go.
So here we've already opened up a website that we've already opened up a website here, and we've already added a couple pages right here under the web page list here. One of the more advanced features that we just added was called master templates. So if you wanted to add a page, to your site and make a design change, you can use the master pages, and it will make that change to every page on your site instantly. So you don't need to go through every single page when you want to make an update. So here, this is one of the templates we started for a chiropractic company. You can move the text anywhere you want on the screen. You can double click to edit it. So you can say company. You could also go over to our widgets here, and you can do things like add a contact form instantly, a Facebook like button. You can add e-commerce with PayPal, image sliders, videos, YouTube, pretty much anything. And the great part about this too is that third parties are also developing custom widgets and custom themes, something that iWeb never really had. We opened it up to third parties so people can extend it beyond even what it's capable of doing. When you're done adding whatever you need, you can also add things like shapes for better designing, for creating your design. And when you're done, you just click the publish button, and it's going to get us either right up to our one-click publishing hosting or to an FTP server if you want to use a third-party FTP account. And so yeah, that's basically EverWeb in a nutshell, and there's a free version on our website that you can download at everwebapp.com.
Okay, so a couple things I got to ask. Naturally, doing what I do, I'm interested in putting files on my website and having people download them. What kind of storage do I get? What kind of bandwidth do I get?
So you get unlimited website visitors, so you don't need to worry about that. If you want, for the file space, the $99 plan comes with 2 gigabytes, but we have more plans. We can pretty much have up to as much as you need. It just costs a little bit more to have those extra plans with the extra file space on there.
I think you've got all the problems solved.
That's the goal. The goal was to make something that was so easy for people to use that they didn't have to worry about anything really, and they can get that website up and focus on what they're good at, whether it's their business, their charity organizations, whatever they're working on. We want to make something that people can do themselves, not rely on third parties, and not pay a crazy amount of money. To get a custom website built could cost hundreds, thousands of dollars. With this, you're in control of everything, and it's pretty inexpensive at $100 a year, and that includes the web hosting also.
That really is very affordable in today's market, and it looks like pretty much anybody could do it. You don't have to go through a lot of training and a lot of stress to get your site up and line. And if you got the iWeb site, then it's already partially built. Right.
So if you have that knowledge in iWeb, you kind of already know what's going on. The other thing is that we have a lot of video tutorials on our site. We have about 80 minutes of tutorials. So if you really wanted to figure out, if you were really having trouble, you can watch our tutorials. It walks you through pretty much completely every single feature step by step and shows you how to use it. So if you have any trouble at all, we also have this free training course. It's completely free. And what we're also developing now, which is kind of about half done, is an SEO for EverWeb video. So if you want to know how to get your website higher in search engines, this is a completely free video that you can kind of walk through, and it shows you how to properly optimize your site.
Very nice. The website to go and download the demo and find out more.
Yeah, everwebapp.com. And you could it's a completely fully functional demo. The only thing you can't do is publish it until you purchase, but you can preview it and you can use all the features and you could try it out.
Great. Paul, it's great to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices at Macworld iWorld 2014. Back with more soon. Thanks for watching. Camera work by John Zakowski of Azimuth Productions Video San Francisco at videosanfrancisco.com. Visit macvoices.com for links, show notes, to subscribe, to connect with Chuck on Twitter, app.net, Google+, and Facebook. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, the MacVoices Dispatch, to stay up to date with all the latest MacVoices news from our front page or at macvoices.com/newsletter. Advertising and sponsorships handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com.